I've ever seen in one room was at the Results Operations Centre in Pretoria. We take you there live now. My colleague Peter Ndoro is standing by. So Peter, you were there as well, the last election where politicians are a dime a dozen, but you said it's the calm before the storm today.
Yeah, it's pretty calm today, Francis, and I suspect it's going to be like that because, tomorrow will be the real eve of the general elections for many people. That's where most of the potential voters will be going out in their numbers. Today, the special votes, today and tomorrow. And 700,000 is not a small number, but it is spread across the country, and those votes are happening in areas across the country. So, yes, it's exciting for those that are voting, but I think Wednesday, that's when we will really see this election process rolling out. And here at the Results Operations Centre, we can just see efficiency in play. People, the IEC staff are working at their stations, ready for any queries that might come up, particularly on these next 2 days regarding the special votes. And usually what can happen is somebody arrives at a place and they say, I've registered for a special vote, but my name is not there, or they're told that you are supposed to vote in Bloemfontein, not here, that kind of thing, and they're going to try and sort out those problems as they play out during the course of today. But as you said, we'll be crossing across the country to take a snapshot of how voting is taking place and the mood ahead of the elections taking place. And what I'd like to do right now, because we're getting a story that's breaking, that's coming through at the moment, reports of a robbery of ballot boxes. And to tell us a little bit more about that and what details he's been able to gather at this moment, let's cross now to Musa Mabunda. Musa, thanks very much for joining us. This is quite alarming. We believe that something has happened in Giyani, a robbery.
Yes, good afternoon, Peter. We're coming to you live from the Provincial Results Operating Centre, also referred to as ROC, here in Polokwane. Yes, indeed, we have just received reports from a village in Giyani where a group of men have allegedly walked into a voting station in a village called Guwela village in the Mopani district, where they made off with voting material, including ballot boxes and ballot papers. But reports have been received here at this center, and for more on that, now we are joined by the Provincial Electoral Officer of the Limpopo Province, Ms. Nkaro Matida. Ma'am, good afternoon.
I'll start with this.
You have received reports from Guwela, and then how are you dealing with the situation?
Indeed, we have zero tolerance on this kind of behavior. This is against our laws, and indeed they have disrupted a smooth process of special voting. Today, we had to close that station because that area, the police have advised us, is a crime scene and police are doing investigation. We are fortunate because they were able to take the registration plates of the car. I think by the end of the day, we'll be knowing whose car is it, what are the objectives of this kind of action, and indeed what the police are going to do with this particular matter. But we are very, very worried. Communities must understand that all of us have rights to vote. If I don't want to participate because I have an issue with a road or water, I'm allowed to stay at home. I should not disrupt IEC process. It's an illegal process and it's punishable by law.
Ma'am, such incidences may lead to problems like, for instance, some political parties claiming that they've been dealt with unfairly. You might find those ballot boxes or papers might be found somewhere with marks, and then some political parties might claim that their ballot boxes have been thrown away. This might be a very serious problem.
Indeed, that is why we're saying we're taking it quite seriously. We have zero tolerance on this kind of behavior because people made an effort to visit the voting station to cast their vote. In this case, we are going to write to our commissioners. The commissioners will then make a determination on what should happen. Fortunately, we take statistics when our voters cast their vote, and we know how many people have already participated. So it will not be difficult to determine how many people were affected by this unfortunate incident. And indeed, if these people are caught, I think there will be speedy justice and they will be taken to court.
But ma'am, in general, what is the state of safety at your voting stations across the province?
Indeed, as the Electoral Commission, we shared our plans with the South African Police Services who are participating in the provincial jog. So our plan is similar to the police. When we move, police actually move with us. So indeed, we are quite satisfied that all the 3,157 voting stations here in Limpopo will be secured tomorrow, and we've received that assurance from the South African Police Service here in Limpopo.
Okay. We've also received reports earlier on in Sanin, about 100 kilometers from Guwela, where the incident has happened. It's still within the Mopani district, where ballot boxes or ballot papers were found next to the road. What do you know about this incident?
Indeed, in fact, those are just bulk materials. It was just a pack of 3 ballot paper boxes. They are still sealed in their container. They have not yet been assembled. It was just an unfortunate incident that they fell from a buggy, and we are also lucky that the police have been able to retrieve them. They are back at our Zanin office. We are also investigating how they fell, because our instruction to our area managers is that our materials must be carried in enclosed buggies or private vehicles where there is no possibility that they will fall. Otherwise, I think people will then start casting aspersions on our work. Okay, but those are just empty boxes, and really they've got no use. Even if you pick it up, it has got no use.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, so that's our reporter Musa Mabunda there reporting from Limpopo, and the situation there, of course,